Lynette here from Nelly Belly, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make and roll gnocchi. We're going to start with mashed potatoes. If you have a ricer, that's the best way to deal with this, but most people don't, so we're just going to do mashed potatoes. Nothing added, just make your mashed potatoes, no butter, no milk or anything. And then we're going to add 1 egg to this. This is about 2 large sweet potatoes. You can also use regular potatoes. So it ends up being about 3 cups of mashed potatoes. And we're just going to stir that egg in really well. And then I have a cup of flour right here, and we're going to add this in small amounts. A little at a time. We want to make sure that our gnocchi has the right amount of flour. Too much flour and you're going to have really dense gnocchi. And not enough flour and you won't be able to work with it. So we're just going to add it a little bit at a time. Hi, Lynette here from Nelly Belly, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make and roll gnocchi. Now that I've added my first cup of flour, my gnocchi is just starting to look a little bit like a dough. So now is when I'm going to be really careful as I add smaller increments. And this is just a ½ cup, but I'm just going to add a little bit at a time, and then I'm going to keep folding this in a little at a time. And what you want in the end is you want a dough that is like a cinnamon roll dough right before it's ready. It's still a little bit sticky, but you can form it. And we'll show you what that looks like in a little bit after we get all of this added in. Hi, Lynette here from Nelly Belly, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make and roll gnocchi. We're going to start with mashed potatoes. If you have a ricer, that's the best way to deal with this, but most people don't, so we're just going to do. Alright, now that we have our dough ready, it is time to roll out our gnocchi. And as I said before, your dough is going to be a little bit sticky, and by a little I mean a lot sticky. So we're going to have a really well floured surface, and we're going to make sure our hands are pretty well floured. And we're going to take our dough, and because of how much I have, I'm only going to take about 1/3 of this right away. I'm going to continually flour my hands and make sure that I have floured the gnocchi. And we're going to turn this into a gnocchi, into a roll. And we want to roll this so that it is as wide and tall as we want our individual gnocchi to be. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in the end into our gnocchi size. Alright, now that we have our dough ready, it is time. So you just take your knife and you cut down. And this will make your individual gnocchi. Alright, so this is what your individual gnocchi looks like. Alright, so now that we have our gnocchi rolled out and it's cut, it can be finished. You can leave it like this if you want to, and it is gnocchi and it will work just fine. But a lot of people like to put these grooves in because that's the way it is traditionally, and that way your sauces can seep into those grooves a little bit. And all you do to make those grooves is take your fork and press your gnocchi, and you want to press deeper than you think you should be, because as you cook it, those grooves are going to shallow out a little bit. And that's all you have to do. And you can do that to all of your gnocchi if you want to, or just a few of them if you want some of them to look a little different. And then what you're going to want to do is you either want to cook your gnocchi right away, or you're going to want to freeze it. And you can go to our article for more information on what exactly that looks like, and some different ideas on how to freeze and refrigerate and all that kind of stuff for this gnocchi well.